Welcome to yet another amazing episode on our channel, where today we explore the fascinating realm of Hollywood's most contentious relationships. We concentrate on one of the most divisive individuals in the business, Tom Cruise. Cruise has found himself in conflict with several stars despite his great popularity and obvious brilliance. From public spats to personal grudges, this research reveals the intricate causes of these well-publicized fights. As we unveil the tales of those who have collided with the star and the fallout from these conflicts, get ready for an interesting trip across the complex web of Hollywood relationships. Let's explore the drama between Tom Cruise and some of his most well-known colleagues. Prominent Hollywood personalities Mark Wahlberg and Tom Cruise found conflict in 2013. The spat started when Cruise drew a provocative analogy between the difficulties of filming without his daughter and the experiences of troops in Afghanistan. Wahlberg, who recently appeared in the Navy SEALs movie Lone Survivor, took tremendous offense at this analogy. Having spoken with actual troops and their families, Wahlberg thought Cruise's remarks were not only ill-founded, but also quite rude. Wahlberg expressed his dissatisfaction in a post-film Q&A, stressing the clear contrasts between the hard reality experienced by troops and the luxuries of an actor's existence. Cruise tried to minimize the comments as a joke, but the two stars still clearly disagreed. Wahlberg's response captures the delicate and very personal nature of the junction of stardom and real-world concerns. Tom Cruise and Brooke Shields' split started in 2005 and centered on a contentious argument on mental health and medicine. Shields had authored a book describing her battle with postpartum depression, including her usage of medicine. Strong supporter of Scientology, which rejects mental medications, Cruise publicly attacked Shields for her irresponsibility. Shielding thought Cruise had no right to criticize her or discount her experience. Hence, this denunciation was a personal insult to her. She answered with an essay supporting her decisions and condemning Cruise for his ignorance. The conflict brought attention to a more general Hollywood problem: the conflict between public comments and personal convictions, particularly in regard to delicate subjects like mental health. As Interview with the Vampire was being produced in 1994, Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise's friendship grew sour. Renowned for their different approaches to Hollywood stardom, the two performers discovered their differences difficult. Pitt, committed to thoughtful and austere performances, ran afoul of Cruise's taste for intense blockbusters. Pitt's unhappiness over Cruise's competitive personality and emphasis on stardom instead of the trade was clearly evident. Beyond the movie, both performers kept a cold relationship throughout the years. Their tense confrontations resulted from their different views on professionalism and personal approach to fame. Justin Bieber's surprising Twitter challenge to Tom Cruise in 2019 set off a lot of questions and conjecture. Bieber's post implying a confrontation with Cruise had many wondering about the reason behind such a strong declaration. Bieber later explained it was a joke and not meant seriously. However, some suspected it was a ploy or a hoax. He complimented Cruise's physical prowess, but omitted to offer a clear justification for the original challenge. The story turned into yet another intriguing example of celebrity behavior that attracted attention but finally disappeared without major influence. The episode made clear how easily social media may turn small conflicts into front-stage events. 2004 saw conflict in Tom Cruise's friendship with well-known couple David and Victoria Beckham in their own right. The conflict developed in part from Cruise's overt affectionate gestures towards Katie Holmes, which some sources claimed made the Beckhams uneasy. Further souring ties could have been Cruise's open advocacy of Scientology, a faith the Beckhams were apparently less passionate about. Renowned for their inclination for privacy and lower-profile personal values, The Beckhams looked to separate themselves from Cruz's more provocative public actions. The divide highlighted the difficulties of preserving connections in the celebrity world, especially when different public personas and personal values clash. Leah Remini ran afoul of one of Scientology's most well-known followers when she left the organization and later attacked it. Remini, who wrote a book about her bad experiences inside Scientology, saw Cruz as a major defender of the contentious methods of the religion. She alleged he participated in attempts to slander her and accused him of being a main enabler of the harmful activities of the church. For Remini, Cruz's strong advocacy of Scientology represented the more general problems she observed inside the group. Their quarrel brought attention to the public and personal challenges former Scientologists faced, as well as their relationships with present followers. Rooted in their common dedication to Scientology, Kirstie Alley's long-standing friendship with Tom Cruise grew sour over time due to different opinions on the church's leadership. Alley grew awkward with Cruz's forceful public defense of Scientology despite their tight relationship. She thought Cruz's attitude was unduly aggressive and tarnished the church's reputation. Their differences, along with personal problems, caused a great distance. Alley's criticism captured a larger conflict inside Scientology between its public supporters and others who favored a more subdued approach. Under much media coverage, Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise's 11-year marriage came apart in 2001. Deep-rooted problems, like Cruise's dedication to Scientology, drove their distance apart. Kidman apparently battled the impact of the faith on their life and felt alienated even with her public position. Their marriage fell apart under the weight of preserving a public image and Cruise's Scientology involvement. Kidman's later disclosures on her personal hardships and her emphasis on her daughter Suri brought attention to the personal expenses of negotiating a high-profile engagement under public and religious criticism. Russell Crowe's resentment of Tom Cruise stems mostly from his handling of Nicole Kidman, his close friend. Having known Kidman long before her marriage to Cruise, Crowe was furious with the way Cruise managed their relationship and later divorce. Crowe's view of Cruise was shaped by this personal relationship, which caused obvious conflict during the Mummy's filming. Reflecting how personal relationships may greatly influence professional encounters, the tension between Crowe and Cruise resulted from both personal loyalty and professional strife. Unexpected criticism of Tom Cruise at the 2023 DGA Gala by Judd Apatow exposed latent conflict between the two. Renowned for his comedy, Apatow utilized his position to make crude comments about Cruise, focusing on both his public image and Scientology membership. Apatow's comments seem to imply a deeper personal grievance than usual workplace humor. Cruise's recent achievements and Apatow's own career difficulties may have motivated the criticism by showing how rivalry and personal grudges may show themselves in public remarks. Lisa Marie Presley's leaving from Scientology and later criticism of well-known backer Tom Cruise revealed a strong conflict over the church's policies. Presley, whose connection with Scientology was turbulent, saw Cruise's consistent support as evidence of the church's dubious character. Her own experiences with Scientology influenced her contempt of Cruise's public advocacy, underscoring how those who lead the church can run afoul of its most obvious supporters. Presley's points of view highlighted the complicated relationships between former and current Scientologists. In a 2022 interview, Mickey Rourke criticized Tom Cruise, exposing a strong discontent with Cruise's acting career. Rourke voiced his criticism of Cruise's long-term performance of similar characters since he prefers performers with varied and demanding parts. This criticism mirrored Rourke's larger ideas of behavior and his respect of performers assuming challenging and nuanced parts. Comment below your ideas. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for further in-depth news from the entertainment industry. Click the video under to keep discovering the interesting realm of Hollywood.